Good evening. What I wanted to do is start making a series of quick little videos, 5, 10 minutes, I guess, uh, to show you some of the preparation that I do. I introduced myself, John Young, Front Tire Adventures, but I wanted to show you the gear selection, some of the things. So, in adventure motorcycling, what I find, the gear is expensive. It can be expensive. And it's kind of like, building your house, shingling your house. What are the best shingles? The best siding, the best protection. I find with the adventure motorcycling, you're out in these conditions so long, the remoteness and the weather, the adverse weather, that your helmet, your jacket, your pants, your boots, your gloves, all those things, let alone the bike and the tire selection, the gear selection. From my experience over the last few years, what I've been finding is that, that helmet has got to have the wind go over it nice. It's got to have good clarity, for shoulder checks. It's got to have, nice screen, nice airflow through it. All the little things that you gain in your experience, in your knowledge, what you're looking for. Is your gear water resistant or is it waterproof? Is it warm? Your pants, your jacket, your boots, your gloves. So that when you're on the bike and you plug your vest in and you turn your handles on and your helmet, you're in a cocoon of, you're well protected and you can stay on the road. You know your bike, you know your tires. So it's your house, it's shingled from the top to the bottom. Foundation and siding, you're warm and you're tight and you're secure. And that's what I find about adventure motorcycling. So I've been making some changes. This helmet, this Shoei, I've had it since 2017. And it's a nice helmet, but what I found last year, on the long rides, because it's not modular, you didn't want to pull over in spots, you just wanted to drink. So I couldn't get it up over in here. If I wanted to eat an apple out of my tank bag, I couldn't get it into my mouth. And this little part in here filled up with dry pieces of apple after a while. And it wore out after a while and the hornets were going inside here. So a nice helmet, not horribly expensive, $550. The new Shoei Neotech 2, which is modular, is $1,150 before tax. It's a lot of money. A good helmet, really a good helmet, $350 to $500. So I want to show you what I bought this year. This Scorpion 920, and it's modular, flip front. So, it's a beautiful helmet. I took this out and I had it on my Street Glide. So when I had the Shoei on, it might be a little rounder. The profiles are the same, but it might be a little rounder. With the small windscreen that I have on the Street Glide, I was getting considerable buffing. I had this one out the other day. That's not the case. When I would raise my hand and it was going over. It was up here. So it wasn't aggressive on my head. And I've always struggled with windshields, on touring bikes, the big bagger type bikes. The windshields tend to be a little smaller, a cooler look. Some negative effect, when you're out there in cold air, which is more dense. This helmet, this 920, so this was $330 tax in. It's got a beautiful, like this little lid. It's so quick, and that air goes in and it's beautifully cooled over the top of my bald skull and down the neck and up, and it's just so quick. It's so quick. The flip lid, the visor up, right here, the sun visor down, and if I want it up, it's just a matter of there's it right there. Pulling down, and it's up. You know, so I can, if I'm stopped, I can talk to another person. They can hear me. You know, I can leave it up like this and just relax. My mic is there. The little chin curtain is there. You know, I just tuck the mic up when I pull it down. So it's in, the mic is in behind the chin curtain. There's no wind or cold air coming up there. So it does it all. It's a little tight yet right here, but it's coming out. My Sena, all the gear, everything works well. So I really like this Scorpion 920. It's a great helmet for everything that I'm looking for. I was using last year, just excuse me, Revit pants, and I like them, waterproof. What I will do sometime, even the best waterproof pants after 8 hours in heavy, heavy, heavy rain, that you're still motoring along, you've got to go, there's nowhere to stop. Sometimes you have to pull your old rain pants on over that, and it will just give you that little extra protection. Won't let the rain soak in. And I have an old pair of Harley Davidson rain pants, and they're a bright yellow, so they're a nice safety pant too. And I'll pull those over. They got the rubber button. I'll pull those over the Revit. But what I bought this year, and they're called Thor, and they're not that expensive. They were $199, and you know, they only had a size 40. I'm a size 34, 33 or 34. But that's not how you wear your clothes, because you want your underwear under, then maybe your dry wear long johns, and then a shirt down and through there. So when I tried these on, and they have these big adjustable pull back, so when I put them on, they fit perfect. When I cinch these back, so you can have multiple layers underneath, and with these on, so for Thor, $199, $200. Some of the other pants at $700, $800. I don't know that these are waterproof yet. It didn't say they were water resistant, waterproof. They look like they're going to be waterproof. I'll probably spray them. But they've got great pockets. They've got a camouflage look that I kind of like. They zip up here, pull back again, for over your boots. So I really, really like those. I've got a number of pair of boots that I wear. The pair that I wore when I broke my ankle, I've had them for a while, and they're warm. I've got a number of pair of like a riding sneaker that are surprisingly warm, that are waterproof, and I bought those at a Harley Davidson dealer in Nashville. So there's a combination of these things, from the helmet to the jacket. I have a Macna J jacket, that was $300 or $400, $500 jacket, but on sale for $300 some. Siliconed, it's waterproof. I've got a wool scarf that I bought from a friend for $20 that will not let any water wick down and through here. So I guess the point I'm making, this combination of gear, from the helmet to the scarf, to the jacket, to the heated vest, to the pants, socks, boots, dry wear. So it's not like buying one $1,500 outfit, $500 helmet, like $2,000, $500 boots, $2,500 helmet, jacket, pants, boots. Easily a couple grand. I've probably got a mismatch of stuff, $300, $200, $1,000 worth of stuff that works well. That really works well, and it's comfortable. It keeps me on the road, keeps me dry and warm, and I tend to use it, to keep it. The other thing I wanted to bring up, I use, on this trip, I'm probably going to take, my drone stuff with me. I have the Sena. I'll take my laptop with me, like I did last year, when I get somewhere, that I'm downloading videos, somewhere there's Wi-Fi. And I will do a video on this. When I park my bike, I come in, so it leans off to the side. I will open the rear boxes, the lids up, which creates a little space. Then my tent is off the side there. I have a tarp that it's bungeed from the back, goes right over the top of the bike and down, and it's bungeed on the tires. And it pulls it tight, and the box is lifted up, the lids, gives me that elevation. And I'll take my dry bag stuff and I'll lay that on the ground. I have a tarp down first, then my tent over it, tarp over the bike, and then I'll put those dry bags down coming into the tent, which gives me room. But I will lay my helmet there, and then I'll lay my laptop there. This gets plugged into the bike. The Sena will not charge off of the 12 volt off of the bike or the laptop. This inverter, cleans the signal up. So I have what plugs into the bike. I can plug into the 12 volt, or I can plug into the little heated vest compartment. And on the other end of that is this. So I've got it that I can plug into the 12 volt like cigarette lighter on the bike, or into the pigtail. And they both have the receiver end for this. This goes in. This gives me the power for my laptop to plug in here. And it also gives me a couple of USB that I can plug in for the Sena charger in here. I can plug it in. So that will sit down right by the bottom of the motorcycle. And what I did last year, I had the helmet charging and I had the laptop charging, and I would turn the bike on every now and then to make sure that it wasn't killing the battery. Never did. So this little inverter, that's what I use to make sure that my Sena is charged. Because I tried to charge my Sena one time on the bike when I was doing a long run, and it didn't charge it. This would have to be plugged in to the bike, then the Sena, USB into that, up into my camera. The laptop, same thing. So it keeps all my gear charged. The GoPro I can charge right on the go on that, that I don't have to have the battery in it. I can charge right out of the USB, from the bike. The GoPro will charge that way. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of show you some of the things that I use, the trips that's coming up. These are kind of an assortment, a collection of things that I've gathered up that work. And, hopefully, it'll help somebody else out there trying to do the same thing. Okay? Till next time.